And let's go to the grammar now. Okay, this is 24. We're going to look first at the verb plus the infinitive. Okay, these are two verbs used together in one sentence. We have A, Tom offered to lend me some money. B, I've decided to buy a new car. Some verbs are followed by an infinitive. An infinitive is to plus the simple form of the verb. So to lend or to buy is the infinitive. I've decided not to keep my old car. The negative form, you put not before the infinitive. Sorry. Some common verbs followed by infinitives are want, hope, decide, seem, need, expect, promise, appear, would like, plan, offer, pretend, would love, intend, agree, afford or can't afford, mean, refuse, forget, learn or learn how, wait or can't wait, stop, meaning an action ended in order to do something else. So I've decided to stop the car. I've decided to stop the car. So I'm ending an action in order to do something else. I'm stopping the car in order to do something else. Stop to drive. Remember after the action, and try to succeed or not to succeed, because try also can be used with the gerund. Let's look at the gerund now. Verbs plus the gerund. Letter A, the example, I enjoy playing tennis. Gerunds are used as the objects of certain verbs. In A, enjoy is followed by a gerund, playing. Playing is the gerund. It's the form of play in the gerund form. Enjoy is not followed by an infinitive. In other words, we don't say, I enjoy to play tennis. B, Joe quit smoking. C, Joe gave up smoking. Both B and C have the same meaning. Some phrasal verbs, give up and quit, are followed by gerunds. These phrasal verbs are often given in parentheses in the list below. Okay, so stop, for example. Enjoy, quit, or give up, avoid, consider, appreciate, finish, or to get through, postpone, or to put off, discuss, mind, stop, delay, mention, suggest, try, in other words, to experiment, stop when the action is ended, keep or to keep on, remember when remembering is before the action. So a phrasal verb consists of a verb and a particle, a small word such as a preposition that together have a special meaning. For example, put off means postpone. Stop can be also followed immediately by an infinitive of purpose in order to. Okay, look at the difference between the stop number 1 and stop number 2. Stop number 1, when the professor entered the room, the students stopped talking. The room became quiet. So the students stopped the activity of talking. They stopped talking and the room became quiet. On the other hand, stop plus the infinitive, while I was walking down the street, I ran into an old friend. I stopped to talk to him. In other words, I stopped walking in order to talk to him. So if you say the students stopped to talk, the room would not be quiet. And if I say I stopped talking to him, Well, it doesn't make sense because I ran into an old friend. That means to meet him by chance, to meet him by circumstance, by just spontaneously. Verbs followed by a gerund or an infinitive. Okay, these verbs, just like stop, can be followed by the gerund or the infinitive. Stop changes the meaning, but these others, they don't change. So the difference between I can't stand going or I can't stand to go, there's no difference. I continue, hate, like, love, prefer, begin, forget, regret, remember, start, stop, and try. Okay, go plus ing. A. Did you go shopping yesterday? B. I went swimming last week. C. Bob hasn't gone fishing in years. Go is followed by a gerund in certain idiomatic expressions about activities. Notice that there is no to between go and the gerund. We do not say, did you go to shopping? We say, did you go shopping? Go shopping. Now there are many expressions with go and the verb in the ing form. For example, to go boating, to go dancing, to go jogging, to go bowling, to go fishing, to go running, to go camping, to go hiking, to go sailing, to go sightseeing, to go ice skating, to go water skiing, to go skydiving, to go swimming, to go window shopping. So all of those are expressions with ing and the verb to go. If you have access to the self-study course, you can do exercise 1 and 2. Let's go on to verb plus object plus infinitive. Many English verbs are followed by object plus infinitive rather than by a that clause. Let's look at these verbs first. Advise, allow, ask, beg, cause, command, compel, encourage, expect, forbid, force, get, hate, help, instruct, intend, invite, leave, like, love, mean, need, oblige, order, permit, prefer, recommend, remind, request, teach, tell, tempt, trouble, want, warn, and wish. This is not a complete list. There are just some examples. Now, what do we need? What do we mean by object plus infinitive? We have, I don't want him to go. Okay, so we use him, which is an object. It's an indirect object. I don't want him to go with the infinitive. So that explains the verb plus the object plus the infinitive. So all of these verbs, I order you to do something. I request him to move. Here are some other examples. We don't allow people to smoke in the kitchen. Okay, you can also use people. This is another object. I asked him to pay for the meal. I advised him to stop smoking. He taught us to forgive. I requested him to help me. We expect them to turn up in time. My parents always encouraged me to explore new horizons, newer horizons. Okay, so encouraged, me, the object, to explore. Okay, so we have the object, the verb, and the object. Marco's mother ordered him to get into the car. Sorry, this is not the object. This is the subject. Okay. Marco's mother ordered him to get in the car. Elena told the children not to touch the glass. Okay, so we see the not is always before the infinitive. Let's look at the present perfect progressive intro. Okay. Okay, present progressive intro. You can use this form to talk about an action or a situation that started in the past and is in progress at the time of speaking. The focus is on the duration of the action or the situation. They've been saving to buy a house for 6 months. Okay, I understand that they are saving now. This is an action that is or a situation that has started in the past as in progress at the time of speaking. They are saving now. They started saving 6 months ago. So I'm using ago to tell you when the action started. But if I want to give you an idea of the duration, I can also say they have been saving to buy a house for 6 months. This is the only alternative. Look at the other possibilities. They are saving to buy a house for 6 months. This is incorrect. We cannot use the present progressive tense to talk about a duration. I can only tell you they are saving now. They're saving to buy a house for 6 months. Okay, this is the present. This is incorrect. We cannot use the present tense to talk about a duration in this way. We can talk about they save to buy a house from Friday to Saturday. We can say something like that, but we cannot say for 6 months because we're telling you that that happened in the past and is still happening now, is still progressing. They saved to buy a house for 6 months. Okay, this is the past simple tense. They saved for 6 months, but now they are not saving. So this does not give the idea that this action is continuing. Remember that non-action verbs like know, like, own, belong, seem are not used in any progressive tenses, usually. With these verbs, the present perfect is used with since or for to express the duration of the situation that began in the past and continues to the present. I have been knowing Bob for 9 years is incorrect. We don't use this verb in the progressive. I have known Bob for 9 years. This is correct. The present perfect progressive is used for repeated activities. That is represented by X on the time chart that occur at unspecific times in the past and may continue into the future. It is possible that the action is not happening in the present but has been interrupted. Look at the example. It has been raining. Okay, in this moment it is not raining. So at 6 o'clock it rained, then it stopped. At 7 o'clock it rained, then it stopped. At the present, it's 8 o'clock. It's not raining, but probably at 8:15 it will rain again. So in a way, this is a continuous activity. It's a continuous idea. So we can use it has been raining. Okay, notice that I'm not saying for or since because it has been raining. I'm saying this at the moment that it is not raining. Let's look at this a little closer. It's quite difficult. Al and Anne are in their car right now. Okay, they are driving home. It's 4 o'clock. So I can say they have been driving since 2 o'clock. Okay, so they have been driving for 2 hours. They will be home soon. Okay, since 2 o'clock, it is now 4. They have been driving for 2 hours. Do the math, you'll figure it out. The question form. Has, subject, been, verb plus ing. How long have they been driving? How long have they been driving? They've been driving for 2 hours. Action is in progress. I'm telling you the duration. Compare the present progressive and the present perfect. Okay, the present progressive, we said the verb or the action or activity is in progress at the moment that I'm speaking. Bob is sitting in class right now. The present progressive describes an activity that is in progress right now, as in D. It does not discuss duration. That's very important. No length of time. Bob has been sitting in class right now is incorrect. Right now he is sitting. How about the present perfect progressive? Bob is sitting at his desk in class. He sat down at 9 o'clock. It is now 9:30. So it's very similar. You see, the action started in the past. It's in progress at the moment that I'm speaking. But I want to tell you how long. So Bob has been sitting in class since 9 o'clock. Bob has been sitting in class for 30 minutes. The present perfect progressive expresses the duration, the length of time of an activity that began in the past and in its progress right now. Not correct. Bob is sitting in class since 9 o'clock. Now, let's look at the present perfect progressive compared to the present perfect simple. You see the two people, they are talking. Okay, I can say that Rita and Josh are talking on the phone. You see, I see that. That is an action right now that is happening at the moment I'm speaking. Rita and Josh are talking. They have been talking on the phone for 20 minutes. The present progressive expresses the duration of present activities that are in progress using action verbs such as talk. They have been talking. The present perfect, Rita has talked to Josh on the phone many times before now. It is incorrect to say that Rita has been talking to Josh on the phone many times. Rita has known Josh for 2 years. It is incorrect to say that Rita has been knowing Josh for 2 years. The repeated activities that occur at unspecific time in the past, we use the present perfect. So B is a repeated activity many times that occur at unspecific times in the past, many times before now. I do not know exactly when she talked. I cannot say many times at 6 o'clock, at 7 o'clock, at 8 o'clock. It's unspecified. And D, the duration of present situations, we don't use non-action verbs. So like I said before, know is non-action, so we say Rita has known, not Rita has been knowing Josh. I have been living here for 6 months, or I have lived here for 6 months. H, Al has been wearing glasses since he was 10, or Al has worn glasses since he was 10. I've been going to school ever since I was 5 years old, or I've gone to school ever since I was 5 years old. For some, not all verbs, duration can be expressed by either the present perfect or the present perfect progressive. For example, F and G. Also H and I. Often, either tense can be used with verbs that express duration of usual or habitual activities, situations, things that happen daily or regularly. For example, live, work, teach, smoke, wear glasses, play chess, go to school, read the same newspaper every morning. Those kind of activities, habitual activities, they are in some ways progressive also, right? Al has been wearing glasses. Okay, he takes them off from time to time, but he is wearing glasses now, maybe, maybe not. He has been wearing since he was 10. All right, let's look at already, yet, still, so far, and anymore. Okay, then we'll look at the reflexive. Okay, already, the mail came an hour ago. The mail is already here. The idea of already is that something happened before now, before this time, already. The position is mid-sentence. I don't say already the mail is here. The mail is here already. I can say that, but it's usually mid-sentence. Okay? Mid-sentence already is used. Okay. Yet. I expected the mail an hour ago, but it hasn't come yet. The idea of yet, something did not happen before now, up to this time, but it may happen in the future. This is at the end of the sentence. So something that did not happen, we use it in the negative. It hasn't come yet. It has not happened. Still, it was cold yesterday. It's still cold today. We still need to wear coats. D. I could play the piano when I was a child. I can still play the piano. E. The mail didn't come an hour ago. The mail still hasn't come. The idea of still is a situation that continues to exist from the past to the present without change. Okay, it's a little bit different than already. Already is something that happened before now, before this time. So it is still cold. I don't say it is already cold unless I'm talking about a particular situation. So the situation continues to exist. It is still cold. I can still play the piano. The mail still hasn't come. This is mid-sentence. Anymore. I lived in Chicago 2 years ago, but then I moved to another city. I don't live in Chicago anymore. The idea of anymore is a past situation that does not continue to exist at the present. This is different than did not happen before now. It does not continue to exist. Right? So we're talking about a continuing action. Anymore has the same meaning as any longer. The position is at the end. I don't live in Chicago anymore. That's negative. We use a negative verb. I don't live. So far, I have read 3 chapters so far. The idea of so far, up to the present moment, up to a certain moment, up to a certain point, extent, degree, etc. So far this month, so far this term, so far this you can any kind of degree. This is at the end of the sentence. Already is used in affirmative, also yet and anymore are used in negative, still is used in either affirmative or negative. A mid-sentence verb that precedes the simple present verb. We still need to wear coats. Follows am, is, are. Still need to wear coats. Wear coats. Okay. Follows am, is, are, was, were, I. Is still cold. It is still cold. There's I here. I don't understand I. Comes before a helping verb and a main verb. Bob has already arrived. Precedes a negative helping verb and still hasn't come. Follows the subject in a question. Have you already seen that movie? The subject is you, already is here. Okay, let's just quickly look at the reflexive. Oh my, we've got a lot more to do. Okay, we'll just keep going. Reflexive pronouns, myself, ourselves, yourselves, herself, himself, itself, oneself, themselves. Larry was in the theater. I saw him. I talked to him. I saw myself in the mirror. I looked at myself for a long time. It is correct to say I saw me in the mirror. Compare A and B. Usually an object pronoun is used as the object of a verb or a preposition, as him in A. I saw him. Okay? A reflexive pronoun is used as the object of a verb when the subject of the sentence and the object are the same person. I saw myself. I looked at myself. This is the same person. Did someone send the report to Mr. Lee? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. I myself sent the report to him. Reflexive pronouns are also used for emphasis. The speaker would say, I myself strongly, with emphasis. I myself. The emphatic reflexive pronoun can immediately follow a noun or a pronoun, as in D, or come at the end of the clause, as in E. I sent the report to him myself. The expression by means alone. Anna lives by herself. Okay, sometimes, not relatively frequently, an object pronoun is used as the object of a preposition, even when the subject and the object pronoun are the same people, the same person. I took my books with me, not with myself. Bob brought his books with him, because we have a preposition, so it changes a little bit the idea. I looked around me. I looked around myself. I looked around me. I looked around myself. Seems like I did it myself. She kept her son close to her. Okay, you have the preposition, so that changes a little bit. Common expressions with reflexive pronouns. Enjoy and a few other verbs are commonly followed by a reflexive pronoun. I enjoyed myself at the fair. I believe in yourself, you help yourself, you blame yourself, you hurt yourself, you cut yourself, you give yourself something, you take care of yourself, work for yourself, enjoy yourself, introduce yourself, talk to yourself, wish yourself luck, feel sorry for yourself, kill yourself, pinch yourself, teach yourself, be proud of yourself, and tell yourself. Okay, you can do exercises 7 and 8. Learn those. The gerunds as the object of prepositions. We talked about going to Canada for our vacation. B, Sue is in charge of organizing the meeting. C, I'm interested in learning more about your work. A gerund is frequently used as the object of a preposition. Gerund, going, and the preposition about. About what? About going. I'm in charge. I'm in charge of. I'm in charge of what? I'm in charge of organizing. D, I'm used to sleeping with the window open. I'm accustomed to sleeping with the window open. I look forward to going home next month. They object to changing their plans at this late date. In these sentences, we have to as a preposition, not a part of the infinitive form, so a gerund follows. These are very, very particular sentences. Just look at them, remember them, but it's not so important. H, we talked about not going to the meeting, but finally decided we should go. If you put the not, just put it before the gerund. About not going. Possible in British English, I'm accustomed to sleep with the window open. You can say that way. Common preposition combinations followed by gerunds. Okay, we'll do this very quickly too. To be excited about, to be worried about, to complain about or complain of, to dream about, to talk of, to think of or think about, apologize for, blame for, forgive for, have an excuse. Okay, I'll just let you copy these and study these. I'm not going to read them. Let's just look at the form of the modal to finish here. We have modal auxiliaries, helping verbs that express a wide range of meanings, ability, permission, possibility. Most of the modals have more than one meaning. Can, Olga can speak English. Could, he couldn't come to class. May, it may rain tomorrow. Might, it might rain tomorrow. Should, Mary should study harder. Had better, I had better study tonight. Must, Joe must see a doctor today. Will, I will be in class tomorrow. Would you please close the door? They are not followed by to. Olga can't speak English, no. And then the auxiliary have to, I have to study tonight, I have got to study tonight, I ought to study tonight. These verbs have the to already in the expression. We have may and might, permission, may and can. It may rain tomorrow, it might rain tomorrow. May and might express the possibility in the present or the future. They have the same meaning. There's no difference in A and B. Okay, it may not rain tomorrow. It might not rain tomorrow. Maybe it will rain. The negative may not, might not are the same. They're contracted. You do not contract them with not. In F and G, maybe it will rain tomorrow. Maybe John is sick. We have maybe spelled as one word. It's an adverb. It means possibly. It comes at the beginning of the sentence. Incorrect. It will maybe rain tomorrow. No. We put may be. It may rain tomorrow, not may be. We cannot say John may be sick. Yes, children, you may have a cookie after dinner. Okay, kids, you can have a cookie after dinner. May is also used to give permission. Often can is used to give permission. K, you may not have a cookie. May not and cannot are used to deny permission. You may not, you can't have a cookie. Deny permission, may not. All right, well, that was a long lesson. I really hope that it didn't exhaust you. Anyway, I'll see you for the next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.